Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Kiddie Korner Media. And today, on our 11th episode, I have a special book for you that deals with disability, especially physical disability, and it's called Molly the Pony, a true story by Pam Kaster. And it's the story of a young pony who, unfortunately, after surviving Hurricane Katrina, gets bit by a vicious dog and unfortunately creates a infection. She doesn't get better, and so the vets have no choice but to amputate her front leg, which, if you know anything about horses, that's never a good thing. But through care and love and the horse's own determination, she's able to walk again with a prosthetic leg and a new purpose. Now, I chose this book because it's a great way to open up the conversation about disabilities, especially with amputations and prosthetic limbs. The book doesn't shy away from saying the word amputated. It does not shy away from saying the word prosthetic. However, it does do a great job making it understandable for young ones in language that they can process without becoming afraid. And another thing I love about this book is that instead of illustrations, they actually use pictures from the original Molly, from Molly herself. And let me show another one that is just fascinating. They even show her x-ray and what they need to do for her. Now, I chose this book because sometimes kids are young and they don't always get to see, sometimes, unless they're growing up with someone or themselves with a disability, they don't always get to see the differences between people physically. And also learn that even if you're physically different, who you are as a person or as a horse stays the same. There's actually even a beautiful line here where they talk about Molly around the other horses. Let me see. Molly's farm friends were curious about her prosthetic limb. After they touched it with their noses, they knew Molly was the same friend she had always been. Right there is a wonderful little line that I think will resonate. It's also a safe way because we love animals. Kids love animals. There's ability to relate to animals that sometimes can be hard with people because we're complicated creatures. And animals might have some complications, but not to the level that we do. Let's be honest. I actually shared this story with my own child when a very close member of the family had to have a below the knee amputation. She loved this family member, and we did not want her to be scared the first time she saw him after the surgery. So we brought this book, we talked about it, we sat there, we talked about Molly and her process first. We talked about, what do you think people feel? What do you think Molly might even feel with this whole thing? We did it at length until she was comfortable with the subject, and that's when we introduced and talked to her about the family member who would be going through the same thing, who'd be losing a leg and getting a prosthetic. And by the time my daughter was able to visit after the surgery, after everything, she wasn't scared. She was like, okay. She saw it. She wanted to see the leg, just the new one, out of fascination because Molly's prosthetic leg would leave a little happy face print as it walked, which was a really cute little inclusion. And I'm sure she was probably curious at the time if his leg would do the same thing. And it really did help the process along. She was able to come in, see that he was exactly who he was, exactly who she expected her loved one to be, and continued on, started playing video games with them. And that's what we kind of need. Books like this, media like this, where they show other sides of, we're all people. We can come in different shapes and sizes, but we're still who we are. And that's a lesson not just for physical disabilities, but all types of things, all types of lessons that we should impart. To not be afraid of difference or change, but to really go for it and really embrace it and see it as just another part of a person, but not the main part, not who they are deeply. It's a lovely book. I really do recommend it, especially if family members are about to go through a hard time and you need a way to explain it to a young one in a safe manner. Well, thank you for joining. Have a good one and pass on that positivity. Bye.